Hello dear students, welcome to English class. In our previous class, we had completed the lesson The Giving Tree. The Giving Tree is a play written by Shel Silverstein. Before we get on with the textual exercises, let's quickly revise the lesson The Giving Tree. This lesson is about the friendship between a tree and a boy. In the lesson, it is said that the tree and the boy were thick friends and they enjoyed each other's company. So the boy would visit the apple tree every day and climb on its trunk and swing from its branches. And whenever he was hungry, he would pluck the apples and eat them. And when he was tired, he would sleep under the apple tree. And the apple tree was very happy to provide the boy with its apples and shade. As time went by, the boy became big. He did not have time to visit his best friend, the apple tree. This made the tree sad. After many years, the boy pays the tree a visit. But he was neither interested in swinging from the branches of the tree nor to have apples. Instead, he had visited the tree with a request. This time, the boy was in need of money. So he asked the tree if it could lend him some money, for which the tree happily asked the boy to pluck its apples and sell them in the market. So the boy plucks the apples from the apple tree and sells them in the market, and he gets some money. He uses the money to buy the things which he wanted, the things that would make him happy. The boy became busy again, and he stopped visiting the tree. After many years, the boy comes to visit the tree. Now he is grown up. This time again, he was not interested in spending time with the tree. Instead, he wanted a house. So he asked the tree if it could give him a house. So the tree asked the boy to cut down its branches and make a house for himself. So the boy cuts down the branches from the apple tree and builds a house for his wife and children. Once again, the boy becomes busy. He never has time to spare for his best friend. After many years, the boy comes to visit the apple tree. He is now a young man. The sight of its best friend made the apple tree very happy. But sadly enough, the boy did not come to spend time with his best friend. Instead, he had a favor to ask. He asked the tree if it could give him a boat, as he wanted to sail away on a business trip. For this, the tree asked its best friend to cut down its trunk and build a boat. And the young man happily cuts down the trunk of the tree and builds a boat for himself and sails away on a business trip. This time again, he was gone for a long time. Several years went by. And one day the boy comes to visit the tree. This time he was an old man. Seeing its best friend, the tree, which is now reduced to a stump, was very happy. But it sadly tells him that it didn't have anything to offer him, as it was now reduced to a stump. For this, the old man replies that he had grown old and had become weak, and he doesn't need anything. He just wanted a quiet place to sit and relax. This made the apple tree happy, so it offers its friend to come and sit on its stump and relax. So the old man sits on the stump of the tree and they both spend time together. So this is the interesting story of the apple tree and its human friend. Through this story, we understand how the apple tree was happy to help the boy. Children, whenever we try to help others, we get a sense of happiness. So it is very important to help the people who are in need. This was the summary of the play, children. Now Let's discuss the textual exercises of this lesson. The first textual exercise included here is word building. Make new words and complete the sentences. Before we discuss this exercise, let me quickly explain to you what adverbs are. Adverbs are words that give more information about a verb. And you all know, children, a verb is an action word. A verb is a word that talks about an action. So adverbs try to describe a verb. But how do we find out an adverb in a sentence? It's very simple, children. By asking the questions how, when, where, and how often to the verb, we can find out the adverbs in a sentence. Let's check out an example, children. The children sing loudly. In this sentence, the verb or the action word is sing. So by asking the question how to the verb sing, we get the answer loudly. So the word loudly describes the verb sing. I hope it's clear to you now, children. There is also an interesting way to find out adverbs, children. Most adverbs end with ly. For example, neatly, silently, kindly, quickly, happily, usually, yearly, slowly, etc. are some of the adverbs that end with ly. Now that we have revised what adverbs are, let's go back and try to do the textual exercise. Make new words and complete the sentences. The children love to sing dash. Here, the word loud is given in the brackets. And by adding the letters ly at the end, we get the word loudly. The children sing loudly. Second sentence, read your lesson silently. Here again, we have added ly to the word silent. In this sentence, the verb is read. And by asking the question how to this verb, we get the answer silently. So silently is the adverb. Throw the ball slow. Here again, you just need to add ly to the word slow and we get the new word slowly. Here, slowly is the adverb because it gives us more information about the verb, which is throw. Fourth sentence, the tree gave its fruit to the boy. Dash. To the word happy, we add ly and we get the adverb happily. Next, do your work neatly. Here, neatly is the adverb and it describes or gives more information about the verb do. Children, our next exercise included under the heading word building is pretty simple. Fill in the blanks with the correct word. In order to do this exercise, you should be aware of two important grammatical concepts, which are singular and plural nouns. Let me first explain to you what a noun is. A noun is the name of a person, place, or thing. So you and me, your parents, your siblings, your iPad or your computer or your mobile phone are all nouns. Children, nouns can be singular and plural. When we are talking about one person, one animal, or one place or one thing, we use the singular noun. Let's check out a few examples of singular nouns. Here we have a flower. So we have only one flower. That is the reason we have added a in front of the word flower. Next, we have a girl. Then we have an umbrella. And here is an aeroplane. Now, there is a book. This is a man. And here we have a snake. Notice these pictures, children. They are all one of a kind, isn't it? So they are called as singular nouns. In order to talk about singular nouns, we use the letters a or an. Now you must be wondering why I have used an instead of an a in case of an umbrella. The word an or the article an is used in front of a word which begins with a vowel. Now that opens the question, what are vowels? So vowels are speech sounds that help us in making words. There are 5 vowels. And which are they? The 5 vowels in English language are A, E, I, O, U. Now take this example, children. An aeroplane. Look at the word aeroplane. The word aeroplane begins with a vowel. That's the reason why we have added an in front of the word aeroplane. Now look here. A girl. Here the word girl begins with a consonant. All the sounds in the English alphabet except for these 5 vowels are consonants. So the letter G is not a vowel. That is the reason why we have added a in front of the word girl. Okay? Now let's check out a few more examples of singular nouns. A tree, a train, a bag, a butterfly, an elephant. Check this out, children. An elephant. Here the word elephant begins with a vowel. That's the reason we have added an in front of an elephant. A cycle, a bird, a ship, a pencil, and an eraser. Now look here. Here the word eraser begins with a vowel, which is E. So we add the word an or the article an in front of the word. Now let's check out the rules, children. So you have learnt a or an is used before a singular noun in order to show that there is only one person, place, or thing. Now a is used before words that begin with a consonant. The examples for this are here, children. A tree. T is a consonant sound, so we use the article a before it. Similarly, B is also a consonant. As a result, we use the article a. Okay? Now the third rule is an is used before words that begin with a vowel. And the 5 vowels in English language are A, E, I, O, U. To conclude, we can say that nouns that are singular in number can be called as singular nouns. And in order to represent these singular nouns, we use the articles a or an. Let's now find out what plural nouns are. When we are talking about 2 or more people, animals, places, or things, we use the plural noun. So plurals are just the opposites of singular. They talk about 2 or more things. A few examples of plural nouns are here, children. Here we have a flower, which is singular. Then we have a group of flowers. So the word flowers is the plural of the word flower. Okay? And in order to make the plural form of the word flower, we added the letter S. Now here is a girl and here are 2 girls. So the plural form of the word girl is written as girls. Now here is a book and here there are so many books. So the plural form of the word book is books, and in order to make the plural form of the word, we have added S to the word book. Okay? Now look here, children. Here we have an umbrella, which is just one. Now these are many umbrellas. So the plural form of the word umbrella is umbrellas. Okay. Here again we have added the letter S to make the plural form of the word umbrella. Okay. Now here is a snake and here we have snakes. You must have understood how, in order to make the plural form of the word snake, we have added the letter S. A few more examples of plural nouns are a tree, which becomes trees. A train becomes trains. A bag becomes bags when it's a plural. A butterfly becomes butterflies. An elephant becomes elephants. A cycle becomes cycles. A bird is a singular, whereas birds is plural. A ship becomes ships. A pencil becomes pencils. And finally, an eraser becomes erasers. So notice how the letter S is added with these singular nouns to make them plural. With this understanding, let's try to discuss this exercise, children. Fill in the blanks with the correct word. My mother went to the market and bought a kilogram of apple or apples. Definitely it's going to be apples because one apple doesn't make a kilogram, isn't it? So the correct answer is apples. A dozen? Yes, children. Very good. It is bananas. And a dozen oranges. I love oranges. So I ate an, look here, the article an is used in order to represent a singular noun. So we must use the word orange. I love oranges. So I ate an orange. My brother wanted a banana. Yes. And my sister asked for an apple. A tree has one trunk. Look here, children. This is the trunk of the tree, which is one. But many branches. The word many is used to talk about the number of branches that a tree has got. A branch has a number of leaves and flowers. This was quick and simple, right? Now, what do we have next? Children, let's now move on to our next textual exercise, which is let's talk. Here, there are 3 questions included. The first question here is, why should we not cut trees? So let's discuss these questions one by one, okay? We should not cut trees because trees support human life in many ways. They give us vegetables, fruits, wood, medicines, paper, and above all, oxygen. So, trees play a very important role in supporting human life. Hence, we must never support deforestation. Instead, try to plant a tree whenever we get a chance. Here, the second question is, at the end of the play, only the stump of the tree is left. Find out if it will grow into a tree again. Children, you know how the apple tree was reduced to a stump when the boy had cut the trunk of the tree in order to make a boat. The stump of the trees might survive if the root is strong, but over time it dies down. Sometimes some shoots might spring out from the stump, but they would never regrow back to a tree. Okay? The third activity for you is to say the given sentences with different expressions. So here, the conversation of the tree and the boy are given. You need to say them out with proper expressions. Come on, let's start doing it. Come and play with me. Second one, I want to buy things and have fun. Third one, come and climb up my trunk and swing from my branches. Fourth one, cut down my trunk. Fifth one, I am too old to swing on branches. Sixth one, I am too tired to climb. So this is how you need to express these sentences, children. Next, we have another interesting activity, which is let's write. Write these sentences in the correct order. Also, choose the right word from the box and add it before each sentence. Remember to put a comma after it. For example, finally. To do this exercise, children, you need to know the order in which the apple tree had lent out its various parts to the boy when he was in need of its help. After sorting out the sentences in correct order, you need to add the words first, then, after that, and finally to each of these sentences. And after you add these words, put a comma. Okay? First, let me read out all the 4 sentences that are given here. This will help us to put the sentences in the right order. First one, it gave him its branches to make a house. We know that this is not the first sentence. Second one, it asked him to sit on the stump. Even this is not the first favor done by the tree to the man. Third sentence, it gave him its trunk to make a boat. Fourth one, the tree gave its apples to the boy. Children, as you have correctly guessed, the first sentence should be the tree gave its apples to the boy. So how are we going to rewrite this? We need to first put the word first and then put a comma and write this sentence down. So here is how it is done. First, the tree gave its apple to the boy. So after giving the apples, what was the second help given by the tree? It gave him its branches to make a house. So secondly, the tree had given out its branches for the boy to make a house for himself. So you need to add the word then and put a comma and write this sentence down. Then it gave him its branches to make a house. And our third sentence is going to be, it gave him its trunk to make a boat. So the third help that the tree gave to the boy was by giving its trunk. Now you will need to write down after that, put a comma and write down the sentence. After that, it gave him its trunk to make a boat. And the last sentence is going to be, it asked him to sit on a stump. Now how do we write it down? First, you need to add finally and then put a comma and write this sentence down exactly as it is given there. And when you do that, always remember to take out the capital letter from the first word. Okay? So this is how this is done, children. Children, we are now in the last textual exercise from this lesson, which is let's read. Here is a short poem titled Chinda Chettu for us to read. So let's read this first, children, and then try to complete the fill in the blanks based on this poem. Okay? Join me, children. Chinda Chettu is a tamarind tree. This famous tamarind tree is in Gwalior. It grows over Tansen's tomb. Tansen was a great singer. People in Gwalior say, eat the leaves of this tamarind tree and you will always sing like Tansen. As this is a simple poem, I don't think it will be difficult for you to do this exercise. Come on, children, let's do this fill in the blanks. Choose the right words. Chinda Chettu is a tamarind. So in the brackets, there are 2 options given. You need to choose the correct one. So for the first sentence, Chinda Chettu is a tamarind dash. You need to pick tree. The second sentence is, this famous tree is in Guntur or Gwalior. And the answer for this is Gwalior. Tansen was a famous singer or dancer. Children, here the answer is singer. So Tansen was a famous singer. The tamarind tree grows over Tansen's house or tomb. And the answer here is tomb. Fifth one, eat the leaves of the tamarind tree and you will also sing like Tansen or Akbar? And the correct answer for this is Tansen. So with this, we are winding up this lesson, children. Hope you enjoyed this lesson and the textual exercises. Do not forget to complete these exercises in your textbook. This is all for today from me, children. Thank you and have a great day.